Hi everyone, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Alba, and I've recently been on a Hallmark kick, specifically for Christmas movies because it's Christmas in July, and I figured we'd do a look with this palette because I know a lot of people... Oh, you're joking. I just lost a whole shadow. I felt something drop. Well, anyways, I know a lot of people usually buy like limited edition, especially like holiday palettes, and then we just kind of don't use them and then they just end up staying there. But I figured I'd pull mine out, do some looks, kind of revisit it, minus one shade. I guess I just lost the shade Who's Cheer. Yeah, Who's Cheer, but we're gonna make it work. I found her. She's here. Ah, and she's a matte. Of course she is. Come back to your assigned seating. So I already went ahead and like primed and prepped my skin, but I've been really liking the Anua, as you can see, the Anua PDRN hyaluronic acid spray. I'm just gonna spray some on my face. I'm gonna let it sit, and then I want to start with eyes. I'm going in with the Morphe Solo Artist Cream Shadow. It's kind of old, it's a little cracked, but she still works. I'm gonna go in with this is a Wet n Wild brush. I'm just gonna pick some up on this brush, work it through, and then just start. Might have been too much. Whoops. I'm also going to bring a little bit down here and underneath my eye. Have you guys seen the pictures of Zendaya? They're all over my TikTok. Everyone keeps recreating them with like the bright white inner corner. Like she just looks like a goddess, like an angel. She is so beautiful. I think those have been her best looks yet. Like, and she's a legend, she's an icon, but I don't know, man. She looks so ethereal. I love it. Okay, so then we got that down. I'm going in with the Jessup E01 brush. Try not to drop it. I'm gonna go in with Max, which is this shade right here, on my fluffy brush. And I really don't know what the vibe is gonna be for the eyes. I just know that it's Christmas in July and I wanna feel Christmassy. So maybe it'll be a smoky eye, maybe it won't. I'm gonna pat that in through my crease. I'm not being precise with it, I'm just trying to get the color down. Once it's on like that, I'm gonna go in and just blend in little circular motions. I think we are gonna go for a smoky eye. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. So just pat. And then it's on. And then we start buffing. Okay, so we have that going on. I'm gonna flip my brush. This is more of like a flat shader brush. And I'm picking up the light pink, which is called Mary Berry, which is this one right here. Tap off the excess. And then I'm gonna put that right on top. Kind of blend out the edge. So that's how it's looking. Switching brushes, this is a Sigma E25. I swear it's clean. It's just stained from all the years that I've had it. I think I've had this brush for like 13 years, something like that. So, and I think I'm gonna go in with funny enough, a little bit of that shade that fell out, which is Who's Cheer. I'm gonna pick up a little bit. And I'm gonna work it on my outer corner. I'm tapping very lightly so that I don't have a lot of like pigment. I'm not stamping it on, I'm just tapping it lightly to get my shape going and started. So I have that going on. I'm gonna bring it a little bit into the crease and start flicking it towards the inner corner. So I have that going on. We're gonna go back and blend in. We're just gonna do the other side first. Okay, so we have that going. We're gonna go back in with our tapered brush and buff out the little edges with no shadow. I went Australian there for a second. No shatter. And I'm kind of shaping it not like a cat eye, but I have a very weird shaped eye, so I'm kind of shaping my eye, bringing it out, and then kind of flicking it in. Almost like a cat eye, but it's not a cat eye, if that makes any sense. I'm just rounding it out. Okay, so we have that going on. Oh, it's my freckle. I thought it was a lash. We have that going on. Okay, at this point, I think I'm gonna go in with, I think I'm gonna do kind of like an ombre with these two shades, which the first shade is Stolen Presence. It's this one right here. I'm gonna pick that up and I'm gonna put it like from here that way and leaving the inner corner blank. Nowhere. There we go. And I have hooded eyes, so I'm constantly like looking all around when I do eyeshadow. So I'm so sorry if you see me looking around the world, breaking my neck. And I'm gonna overlap it just a little bit with this dark shadow. Just like that, because I'm gonna go in and deepen this up in a second. What are some of your guys' favorite like cozy content creators? Like, I was really going through like my following list, like the channels I'm subscribed to, and I follow a lot of like the OG beauty creators, but one of my favorites, like she is my girl, and we don't know each other obviously, besides my beautiful friends Marlene and Mary. Sorry, I swear I didn't forget your name. I'm kind of stimming. Ah! I keep pushing on this. It's so much fun to me. Anyways, darn it, the shadow cracked. What was I saying? Yes, favorite content creators. One of my girls, like favorite from OG days is Emily Noel. And it makes me not sad that she's not popping off as much as she used to. It doesn't make me sad, it just makes me like, I don't know, she deserves so much more flowers. And like, there's so many like controversial content creators out there. I'm talking to you, James Charles, like, you know, that I just kind of like I don't know. The good ones are always overlooked. Okay, so this is what we have going on. I need to blend this in just a little bit more. Hold on. So we have that going on. My lighting is weird. I'm so sorry. I'm like right next to a window. Sorry. But I'm going to wipe this brush. I'm going to flip it to the other side, and then I'm going to go in with Tinsel, which is this light purple shade right here. You can see my shadow's cracked. I think it's salvageable, but I have to be very, very careful, but it's also going to make a mess. I know that. And this purple shade, we're going to put it in our inner corner. It's a little dry. I'm going to wet my brush real quick. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm going to overlap it just a little bit. So we're looking like that. So we got that going on with the eyes. We're gonna go back in with our E25 in that same shade that gave up on us, Who's Cheer. Gonna add just a little bit, and then again start flicking it and perfecting our outer. And it's okay if it looks a little crazy. That's why we went in with eyes first, so we can clean it up. Foundation and all that. Also, you know how people say that your brows should be sisters, not twins? I'm always the one to mess up the sayings in like my family and my friend group. I was gonna say they should be sisters, not cousins. And then I'm like, no, they should be like, no, I haven't. Anyways, they should be sisters, not twins. Well, my eyes, it applies to my eyes the same in my eyeshadow. So, no judging here. So we're doing that. I'm gonna blend it again. Go back in with that small taper one with the light pink shade. Up here and up here. We're gonna come back to the eyes, but we're gonna do the face first. So now that this has had its time to macerate in the skin, is that the right word, macerate? I don't really know. I'm gonna go in with, hold on, I actually don't know what I'm gonna go in with. I'm gonna go in with the Clinique Even Better foundation. Put some in the back of my hand. Small brush like this, and I'm just going to dot it. And then we're going in with this is an e.l.f. Powder blurring brush, but I use it for everything. And I'm not priming because I'm just gonna be chilling here at the house. I don't have anywhere else to go, so I don't really need that like long lasting power. So that's how we're looking. I really like Clinique makeup. My only issue with them is that sometimes the undertones are really weird. Like they'll be really like orange, and I'm like, what the heck? But I'm going in for concealer. I'm going in with the NYX Wonder Snatch. I love this concealer. And I'm gonna add a dot in here, down here, and then bring it up like that. So to blend it out, I'm going in with this 193 Albute concealer brush. I got this off of Amazon because I really wanted the Rare Beauty one, but I'm like, do I want to spend like $20 on it? No. So I found this and it was like maybe $5 and I like it. Okay, once I've stamped in majority of it, I like to go in with the bigger brush like this and then really blend it out. But I use the little one to kind of like stamp where I want the most coverage and maneuver it. And then this one for actual blending. Just like that. And then I bring it around my nose and up in here. And whatever is left around my mouth because I have some pigmentation there. And that's it. That's how we're looking. I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Pink Loose Setting Powder. I really like this powder, but I hate the packaging of it. It's pretty messy and I'm a pretty messy person as it is, so it's not the best for me. But then also I had to retrain myself and be like, you're okay if you make a mess, you're okay. Your mom's not here, she's not gonna get you in trouble. You're not gonna get yelled at. And I'm gonna set under my eyes. I was gonna say I don't really want to bake, but I think I might do a small bake. Under my eyes at least. Just a little bake. Just like that. Now for the rest of my face, I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. I don't know if you guys keep up with like beauty news and stuff, but I know Charlotte Tilbury's recently been under like some scrutiny for saying that like dupes are bad. And I'm gonna get some of that powder and then brush off the bake. And I was kind of disappointed because like obviously not everyone can afford Charlotte Tilbury. So like there was a time where I couldn't even afford makeup, and to have like one of the biggest makeup brands, you can see the powder, I made a mess. One of the owners of a really big makeup company come out and say that like when you dupe the products, you dupe the consumer. And I'm like, the consumer just wants to be included, Charlotte. Like, that's all it is, girl. It's not that serious. I'm gonna go in with the smaller brush. That's how we're looking. And then, as always, my NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in the shade Butter Biscuit. I love her. She's great. The big fluffy brush. This one's by Morphe. Okay, I think I'm bronzy enough. For blush, I'm going in with Tower... Oh, what the heck? What's wrong with me? I'm sorry. The Tower 28 Long Beach Iced Tea. This one. I'm gonna go in with the small brush. I love this blush because it's like the most neutral, barely there blush, and it literally goes with everything. I'm gonna go in with brows. And you guys are gonna have to excuse me. I recently found out that I have Hashimoto's, and I've never had brows my whole life, and that makes sense why. I was struggling with like Hashimoto's and like hypothyroidism, so I was losing my eyebrow. But now I have all this whole full eyebrow, and I'm like, how do I tame you? What do I do with you? Like this past year is the most progress that I've made with my health in my whole life. And now that my body's starting to function the way that it should, I'm like, what do you mean I wasn't bald? What do you mean I just had a thyroid condition? And then it's hot, so a little fan break. I don't think I want to do eyeliner. I think I want to keep that, but I am gonna go in with this small brush. I'm gonna pick up the light pink shade, the Mary Berry. I'm gonna run it down here, just so it's easier to blend darker shadows. And then after that, I'm gonna go in with the shade Max, that first shade that we went in the crease, with the same brush. Smudge it all over. Let's get eye boogers. Have that going on. Now, I'm gonna go with the small brush. This is an e.l.f. pointed eye pencil. And now I'm gonna go in with Who's Cheer, the one that broke off. Load it up. And very, very, very gently, and connect it to my eye out here, and just tap it around. So we got that going on. Now we're gonna go in and like perfect it a little bit, so like this side looks a little weird. Just perfect that. Sorry, my daughter called. And also we lost the headband. It was overstimulating me. But now that my brows are dry, I was gonna go in with my brow pencil, but I don't know where it went. I'm taking the L'Oreal Faux Brow Pen. I've been really digging this. It gives you like the most natural looking strokes. I spaced out. And I'm gonna do this off camera because I have to be like really up close to my mirror. But I'll be right back. Okay, so they're very obviously cousins. They're not twins or sisters, but it's okay. Now for eyes, I want to finish up the eyes. I'm gonna go in with eyeliner and mascara. For eyeliner, I want to do the NYX Epic Wear eyeliner in the shade Burnt Sienna. I had to catch my breath there before I said it because like it's a long name. And I'm just gonna put it in the waterline, kind of smudge it into my lash line a little bit. And then I'm gonna smudge it in my upper lash line just a little bit, in my inner corner mostly. So just like that. Okay, so that's how we're looking. And then for mascara, I'm just gonna go in with my L'Oreal Extensionist. And I'm gonna make sure to like load it up. Those are the eyes. If you're joining me in Christmas for July or doing a smoky eye, please feel free to use a lash. I'm just gonna be home. I'm probably gonna take this off in like 3 hours because it's hot and it's gonna overstimulate me, so I'm just enjoying it for now. But you do you, boo. So for lips, I'm gonna do the Milani Keep It Full Plumping Lip Liner, and this is the shade Twice the Spice. Then the room I'm in is like the hottest room in the house. For whatever reason, the AC doesn't like reach in here. Okay, wonderful. Now I'm gonna take Revlon Bare It All. It looks. There we go. And then I'm gonna take L'Oreal 799 Caramel Latte, like a shimmer frosty one, and I'm gonna put that right in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with my blush brush, kind of stamp a little bit more blush. I'm gonna bring it underneath my eye, like right around here. I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's it. My hair's like at an awkward length where like, I think I wanna let it grow. I think I wanna grow it out, but it's still kind of short. So like it's kind of there. But then also my bangs are pretty long. I'm not used to having long bangs. They've always been short, but I feel like if I cut my bangs short and my hair is this length, it's gonna give Dora more than like fabulous. I don't know. I guess we could rock the Dora look. I don't know. But this is the look. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you made it this far, comment below a Christmas tree. Yeah. I love the holidays. I love the holidays. And I used to be someone who I hated the holidays. I hated I lied. Halloween has been the only holiday that's been my favorite. Ignore my mess. Ignore my mess. We listen and we don't judge. No judgment in this. We're like Planet Fitness here, no judgment zone. But what was I saying? I have always loved Halloween. I loved Halloween because I feel like that's the only time I really got to go out with friends and like explore and do things. And Christmas, it just, I don't know, but I'm someone who used to get the holiday blues, and then I had my daughter and I love Christmas. I love anything Christmas. I'm here for Summerween and Christmas in July, so here we are. But yeah, if you made it this far, comment below a Christmas tree, like a pine tree. But that's it. That's the look. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.